This is the model we are giving you to know how three-way control of lamp works. You already know that two-way switches are there. Two-way switches are there. Those three terminals are brought here. This switch, three terminals are brought here. So supply lines are there. You can see one more switch is needed to make a three-way control of lamp. That is known as intermediate switch. I already explained there are 6 terminals. So it is connected like this. Model these two for the supply connection. These three from one two-way switch. This goes to lamp load. Here we have intermediate switch. As I explained already, we made connections are easy by making these two things are in a zigzag connection. So these 4 terminals are already connected in a zigzag fashion. These 2 terminals from the supply side, other 2 terminals are go to the other side of the supply. Similarly, you have these 3 terminals from other two-way switch. Yeah, we will make a connection for three-way control of lamp now. We can repeat the same thing what we did for two-way control. What we did there, we made 2 switches to communicate. Now, since we have an intermediate switch, you have to make this switch also communicate with other 2. So, connections are easy. You can start with extreme terminal. Instead of connecting to this extreme terminal, use intermediate switch 1 terminal. Similarly, other end. From intermediate switch 1 terminal to this extreme terminal. Instead of 2 wires, you get now 4 wires. You can start from this extreme terminal of two-way switch to intermediate switch. Other end of this intermediate switch to extreme terminal of this two-way switch. Now we made these 3 switches to communicate. Remaining connections remains the same as two-way switch. So I start with supply 1 terminal, connect it to lamp. Other end of lamp has to go for switch. So I use one big wire from here to switch. Center one is a switch. So only one connection is left. So we can make that connection back to supply. Here you have a switch terminal, center one, that you can connect it back to supply. Connections are easy because for each terminal you have only one connection. Now we will switch on and control this lamp from 3 different places. Now you learned how to make a connection. So if I operate this switch or this switch, this is not working because we made intentionally when your intermediate switch at the center, its circuit becomes open. Now I keep it at any one side. Now I can control this from either this switch or I can switch on from this, control from this. Similarly, I can switch on from this, control from this. So I got 4 conditions like a two-way switch. Similarly, if I keep other side, I get other 4 conditions. So this is how the three-way control of lamp works.